Are we decluttering wrong? This is a basket I keep by my desk, which is right over here to my right. And I was going through it, getting rid of a couple of things. It's just sort of paperwork and stuff that I'm working on for YouTube, for the blog, and for my Etsy shop. And so it's like a work in progress basket that I stash all this stuff and I keep on my chair. So it's like hidden, but it's also super functional for me. And I got to thinking back and how I used to think about stuff. When I first started decluttering my house, I used to think about it as one and done, that I would declutter a space, I would organize it, and then it'd be all set forever, that I would never have to come back to it. And then I started tackling one area at a time, and I felt like I was doing so much work, making so many decisions, decluttering a lot of things, but my progress and the visibility of my success did not match the work that I was putting out to live with less. It would take hours to work on an area in my house, and I would have very little to show for it. Like a hamster on a wheel. I would declutter an area, and then a couple of days later, it would be messy again. It was like I was repeating my actions because I wasn't tackling the amount of stuff that we truly had, and I need to make some major decisions. I would clear an area, and then it would be messy again in a matter of days or weeks. In fact, there's a survey from declutter.com and the National Association of Professional Organizers, I'll leave the link to the survey below, that said that 78% of us, Americans specifically, are overwhelmed in our homes with our own stuff. 78%. That's essentially 4 out of 5 people are overwhelmed by their stuff and paralyzed by what to do with it, so we do nothing and it just builds back up. So it begs the question, how do we make true decluttering progress when we feel so overwhelmed in our own homes? So I have 3 ideas for you today that kind of got sparked by me doing my own basket here today. First is, you have to declutter a certain mentality. You have to change your mindset. You have to declutter the all or nothing mindset of tackling an entire room or an entire section of your home all at once. It's so hard, especially if you clear that whole thing out and then you have maybe hundreds of decisions to make on what goes back in and how it goes back in and how it gets organized. That can paralyze you and leave you stuck, and then you are sitting amongst all your stuff and you stall and you get stuck and you don't want to do it anymore. Ditching the all or nothing means I'm going to tackle just this basket today. Could I also do the desk? Sure. Could I also do the coffee table that has 3 baskets of hidden clutter? Sure. Could I also do under the couch? Definitely. There's a bunch of toys under there that nobody plays with anymore. But I'm not focusing on the all of this room. I'm focusing on this. This is what my eye is on today, and this is what I want to make better. My second idea is regular maintenance. So I tackle this room once a week routinely, and it scaffolds week after week. I have hit this room with my process for 6 months every week, almost every week. And I pick something different each week to make a little bit better than it was last week. Rather than decluttering the whole room, I am regularly maintaining a decluttering habit for this room. For every room. I set up a checklist for myself, so I took all the decisions about which room to hit on which day, and I just deal with that room. And some days, all it is tidying it up to make it better than it was in the morning, because that's my energy. And some days I'm doing one basket, and other days I am pulling everything out and cleaning and putting everything back, not making any decluttering decisions. So that's my second idea. It's just a regular habit of presenting decluttering decisions to yourself and giving yourself the opportunity to declutter, organize, and clean regularly rather than all at once and be done. My third idea is to try reverse decluttering a space. Reverse decluttering is where you decide what to keep and then you evaluate everything that was unchosen. And that's probably what I'll do with this basket, is to decide what papers I need to keep right now, or items in here. Is there a better way I need to organize it? And then everything that was unchosen, I need to do something about. And my first default response should be decluttering it from my life, out of my house. Is it actually trash? Can it be given away? Can it be repurposed? Decluttering one thing, one area, one basket takes less time and less decisions. And then by scaffolding it week after week, I can make a lot of visible progress. And celebrating the wins of that, even though they might be really small and maybe not be visible to yourself yet, not be something that actually affects you and lessens your stress until you've made enough progress, you have to celebrate all those little moments. So if I were to empty this basket today and decide that maybe this is not an organization method that's working for me, I would want to remove that basket from this room. And maybe it goes into storage in the basement or the garage, or maybe it gets donated. Clearing it out means that I visibly made progress, and it was one thing, and that's okay. All those things will add up over time. When I stumbled upon that statistic a while ago, and it's always kind of floated back into my mind that most of us really don't know what to do with clutter. And so my big takeaway for this video is that you are not alone with the paralysis that comes with stuff and feeling overwhelmed and not having enough time, not having the right space, having too much stuff. All the reasons that we have, all the things that we own that we don't know how to manage, 4 out of 5 of us don't know what to do with, and so we do nothing. And you're not alone in that. Here's a video with 3 areas in your home that you could start decluttering today that don't require a lot of emotional bandwidth and might give you some visible progress. And here's a video detailing a system that I use on a regular basis to declutter every week. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for sharing your time with me in this video today. See you in the next video.